Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Kuli. Hope you guys are doing good. So today we'll be making that combo dresser, Ankara combo dresser I posted that is on my channel. So let's just go straight to the point. Well, the first thing is just to draft your normal basic body. That is just what you need. You can see my shoulder line. From my shoulder line I got my underbust. My underbust is 15. So after getting your underbust, I rule out the lines very well. Just extend your lines. That is my underbust line. The next thing is to get your chest bust point line. That is from your shoulder to your bust point. That is from your shoulder to your bust point. But if you don't know how to get this, I'll still make a separate video on that. If you don't know how to get that, you can use then it depends on your bust size. If you're from 39 to 40, you can come up from your underbust by 4 inches. So I went up by 4 inches at my underbust. That is to get my breast point, but you can take your measurements as well. It depends on how you want to do it. So that is my bust point. The next thing is to get your half length. Your half length, that is your underbust. You can measure your half length, but the way I do it is my underbust, then I added 2.5 inches. That half inch is for the joining allowance. You can from your underbust then add 2 inches or 2.5 inch for the half inch for the joining allowance. The next is to take your shoulder measurement. That's the round shoulder measurement. Then you go down by 1. Then take your armhole. That is your armhole length or your chest line, but we'll be using another chest line for this tutorial. So just let's say this is our armhole line. So next is to take down your shoulder so that you get a straight line. Then you get the midpoint of your armhole, then go in by half inch. That is for the front armhole line. Then you just do your curve and that is it. So the next thing to do is to mark. I'll use 3 inches width, 3 by 3, 3 inches width, 3 inches depth. Though we won't be needing this the next stuff. So the next thing is to get your bust point to bust point. That is your nipple to nipple. Mine is 8 divided by 2 is 4. Then I added half inch for the joining allowance. You know that you are going to be separating the dart, so you just have to take it. So at the waistline, the hemline, the half length, I went in by half inch, then went out by half inch. I also did the same at the underbust. Then I connected it straight to the bust point. Please look at the video and see what I'm doing. 1 inch at the both sides. So the next thing is to get your chest line. Please, this is not your armhole line. Yes, I know your armhole line, but now if you look at the thumbnail, you notice that the dress is a bit her cleavage is not showing, so you just have to go up, get your chest line. If you cannot take your measurements from your armhole line, go up by 1.5 inches to 2 inches. I went up by 1.5 inches. If you cannot measure your chest line, which I'll be doing the tutorial on how you can take your chest line measurements. Sorry about that. So the next thing is to divide your shoulder from your neck width to your shoulder measurement. Whatever you have, that will be the midpoint of your armhole, of your shoulder. So you just at your chest line, you just have to connect that line. So you connect that line. So you also rule out your bust point for you to get a straight line. So just take your chest line. So from your chest line, you connect it to your shoulder, then to your bust point. That is just it. So at your shoulder, I went out by 1 inch, then went in by 1 inch. So at the bust points, I went up by half inch, then connected the shoulder line to that half inch that I went up with at the at the bust point, and that is just it. Please don't mind the way just my standing position wasn't really all that good. So to do the underbust tightening, you at the underbust, you go out by half inch, then go in by half inch, then connect it this way. Sorry, the way I'm curving it, it's not really curving because of my standing position. So but it's all good. Please just make sure you curve yours very well. So the next thing is to take your measurement, that is your waist measurement. Mine is 8. You replace your darts, always replace your darts, please. All your darts, make sure you replace them, please. Your curve should be it should be okay, it should be good, more than this. But when I'm cutting it out, I'll know how to do it. But just this way, if you follow this way, you will get it very well. So at your chest line, you're meant to measure your chest line, but it's okay. So just measure your bust measurements, replace the dart, any dart that you have, please replace everything, all the darts, replace them. So I added 1.5 inch allowance to the bolt after replacing everything. Check the way I'm going to cut it out. Here I'm not cutting in armhole, so please yours should be okay. Sorry that I wasn't standing very well. So this is how you are going to cut it. Then just cut straight. Remember, if you check the video, you know that there's no neck, no curved neckline, sorry. So everything is just straight. So this is it. Make sure you notch the bust point to bust point. This will be easy for you, like when you're covering it, you notice that your bust, everything will just come out very well. So I'm just trying to hold it with a seal tape for you to see how it's going to look on you. Once you add if you are going to pad it's fine. If you are not going to pad it, I think I'm just going to pad mine so that it will sit very well. Or you just, yeah, because you can't wear it with a bra because the back is very low, but it depends on how low you want your back. So this is it. Remember that if you're cutting on your fabric, it should be on fold. So that is this for the front. Here is the back. The back is just your normal basic bodies, but please, whatever you have at your chest line, that is what you have. Mine is 7.5 inches. That was what I did. So I got my nipple to nipple. At the hem, at the half length, I went up by one inch, then went in by 1 inch, then connected it straight to my chest line. To that, not your bust chest line, that's your other chest line that we don't normally use. So please, sorry, remember to remove your zipper allowance. That is, I removed 1.5 inches zipper allowance from mine. Then I took all my measurement. Please remember to replace your dart. Any dart that you took away, remember to replace them so that you don't run shortage of material. Please, just there was not enough space, so I wrote it down that I should add an allowance. So take your bust measurement, whatever you have, that is it. So for the back, you know that the back is down a bit. If you notice, you know that the back is down a bit. So from that place I went down by 3 inches, but it was not enough. Then I had to extend it by 4 inches. If you want it to be really low at your chest line, go down by whatever how low you want it. So I went down by 4 inches. So from the armhole, I connected it straight to that 4 inches, and this is me cutting out the dart. Just follow the line, follow the video, and please, the thing now is to notch it. Like, you have to notch this back, because even as a professional, you're going to make a mistake if you don't indicate, like, for you to know this back now. And the back should be on fold. It's not really you are going to cut 2 pieces of the center back, then 2 pieces of the side back, and all that. Please remember to indicate it. Look at the arrow. This arrow that is pointing, it means that this is the part that I'm going to join. If you don't point it, if you don't notch it, you will make a very big mistake, and you should notch the part right on the part that is going to face up and the part that is going to face down. Please remember, this is very important. Once you just lose it, you are losing it, and you'll make a very big mistake because everything will look the same. So you cut two pieces of that, and this is me. We are going to add this. So the next, sorry, please indicate, notch it for you not to make any mistake. Notch it, that is, and label it 1 and 2 and all that. So the next thing is to draft out the skirt part of the yeah, it has a skirt part. It's not just the half length. So you have to minus your half length to get the length of skirt that you want. Here I used 30. I minus my half length, which is 17, then I got 31 plus the joining allowance. Everything is 31. It's not really, the skirt part is not really long, so it's just like that. So you just get your 31, that is the length. Sorry, I had to turn it because it wasn't giving. So just get your off your half length, get the length of the skirt, which I used 31 as the length of the skirt before joining the satin. So the next thing is to get your hip location. I used 8 for my hip location. Then you extend the line very well. That is your hip line. So just take your round waist measurement. Mine is 8. Then my hip measurement, added 1.5 inches allowance. So then I did my darts. I used my bust point, that is 4 inches. Then at my hip line, I went up by 2 inches, then took half inch at the both side. That is my dart for the skirt. So I replaced that 1 inches dart, then my allowance I connected it. So the full length, whatever I have for the skirt, though it will not really give you that curvy part because this is short. So this is the me correcting the length of the skirt, which we don't even need. It's not necessary. So here I'll do the basque at the hip. So at the hip line, that hip line, go down by half inch. Go down by half inch for it to not to stay straight that way. So I went down by half inch, then I connected my line, that slant line, and that was it. So I used the first line. So this is our basque, and that is this. I notched my dart, that. So it's ready. The front part is ready. Is the fabric that I'm going to use, and here is the Ankara. I have for the satin part, I have 2 years, which is not enough. I should have gotten like 3 years. If you want it really that full, you can get 3 years to 3.5 years. So, and the Ankara, like the blue part, this last the light blue part, the royal blue also, is not, it's just at the center of the fabric like the Ankara. So which 1 year would have been enough for me, but I wanted to trace out that the blue stuff, so it made me to waste a lot of material, but it's okay. I just got 2 years for the Ankara, which one year can be enough. Like 1 year should be enough for you if you are not going to start tracing one pattern of it. So I trace out one pattern of it. So I'm like saying, let me just do the down part, like this blue part, before it gets dark. But yeah, I did it. So for the down parts, I'm just going to manage my own fabric. So for the down part, I used, for the it has two step, like two, yeah, the first joining that is attached to the skirt, then the down one. So for that one that you attach to your skirt, I used 20 inches, which I checked my fabric, but it was not enough. So and I wanted to use 20 inches for the one that were attached to the skirt, but I checked my fabric to not be enough, so I used 15 inches. Then I used 20 inches for the one that will just flow down. That is just me trying to manage. And remember, for the one that will flow down, whatever length you have to double it. You just have to have, assuming you have 60, that is total of 120. That is total of 120 that you will have for the down parts, but mine will not be enough, so I've just cut out whatever I have. That is what I'm going to manage. So the first step, that is the one you attach to the upper part, I made mine is 15. You can make yours 20, 25, depends on your fabric. And for my sleeve, you are still going to use the satin part for your sleeve. So this is what I have. I checked it, I removed on fold. I have on fold, I have 18 inches for my sleeve. That is on fold for my sleeve, and the length should be around 11. So this is me just trying to manage this fabric to cut out my sleeve. So on fold, I have like 20 inches. So I just want to cut out the sleeves. Then whatever that I have left, I will join it to the down part. Join it to the one that will join to the down part. So that was 18. I cut. This is me trying to cut out the 18 inches. I know. Please just get 3 years of satin. I just saw this blue this year, and I just loved the way it wasn't just enough, so I had to buy it that way. So this is it. The length is 20, so I will divide it into 2. Just use one part for this. So whatever I have left, remember the down one is 20, so I measured it and trimmed and cut off the extra 1 inch allowance. So this is it. This is what I have that I'm going to join to the second part of the dress. That is the down one, the one that will float down. So that is it. So you gather it around the skirt. We are going to do the swing part separately because this video is already long. So now to cut out your skirt on the Ankara. So I just traced out this blue part. It will be on one side of the front. So the next thing is to cut. Look at the way I'm placing it. I was just making sure to cut out everything. This is the center front. This is my center front, so at least it will have that the blue part. So notch your bust points. Then this is when you open it up, this is the way it will look. Then you cut out your side, front, your back. Please remember to add your zipper allowance. I added 1.5 inches zipper allowance to this. Then also notch your darts. Here you should cut this on fold. I was just trying to get the blue part. That's why it's not on fold. So you don't have to waste your fabric this way. But I'm just doing that. I wanted to use this for another tutorial, but it's okay. I'll just simply get another one. I just got this Ankara for 700 for this tutorial. That's 2 years and a half for 700 naira. So it's very okay. It's very beautiful. I'm just want to see the outcome already. So this is basically what you would do, or just cut everything out. And I'll make another video on how you can join it. That is the joining part, or how you can sew it, because this one it's long already, and today is Saturday. So by Sunday morning I should have the swim video ready. So thank you guys, and please make sure to subscribe, like, just to encourage me. Thank you. And please, if you have any question at all, drop a comment, or you can send me a WhatsApp. Sorry, you can send me a message on my WhatsApp. My number is there. So just ask any question. If you don't understand anything, please feel free to ask any question. And if you have any tutorial you want me to do for you, if you have any tutorial or any style you want me to make a video on, just send it to me. Thank you guys.